Okay. Let's see. It's sending it, and I'm gonna record. Hello, everybody. We are here in another beautiful Wednesday morning. I'm here together with Heather and Laurentiu. Welcome. Thank you for being here. And hi, we are live. We're live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube today. And I'm very happy to be here. I was asking yesterday what the message will be today. And the message came as faith. Faith is your power. Faith is your power. And I really felt like this message was addressed directly to me because, of course, I have moments in which I feel, based on my old programming, I feel that I'm lost. I feel that I'm losing faith. I feel that I'm not 100% into faith. Um, and and then I realized that I don't fully understand what true faith is. And so the question came. And then they developed a little bit on that. And then the message was, well, let's do a transmission because we know that many of you are struggling with the same kind of misunderstanding, the same kind of illusions based on the old programs. So with that being said, the subject for today has come. And what's very interesting also is that last night, um, I was looking online and I came across this quote from Alan Watts. It was saying something like, faith is kind of like threading. It's the difference between swimming and treading water unsuccessfully, or something like that. Like, if you're trying to grab the water, right, and to hold it tight, you're gonna sink, you're gonna go down. But faith pretty much means like allow yourself to flow, so let go of control, which ironically it's been the message that I kept receiving in meditation for like more than a year and a half now, or a year and a half before I started channeling. So it all kind of comes together, so I'm very curious to hear what they will say. And so thank you so much, Holly, for being here and watching. And I'm just gonna take a few deep breaths. I was just telling them that I've been running a little bit this morning with all my furry babies that I have in the house right now, because it's a holiday week here in the States. Thanksgiving, it's tomorrow, so everybody's visiting. And so that doesn't stop me. I just need to take a few deep breaths. And I invite you to do the same. What this does is just allow me to relax. And so when I relax my body, also my mind relaxes and it starts being quiet. And in this way, I make space. It's like once my mind gets quiet, I remove myself from the way, I go to the side, and I make space for them to come through and pretty much use my vocal cords. I don't know how to say it differently. Take another deep breath in. Exhale deeply. Greetings. Greetings, dear ones. We are delighted to be here with you today. We are delighted to offer this transmission. We are always amused by observing you, observing this vessel and guiding her. It is one of our biggest pleasures to be here with you, to guide you through our transmissions and to guide the ones that are connected with us. We are inviting you to take another deep breath in and exhale deeply, relaxing into your physical bodies. We will start this transmission by saying that nothing happens by chance, as many of you have been told to believe. Therefore, we are admitting that we have been guiding this vessel to different paths, showing to her different signs and guiding her steps, guiding her attention towards different elements which need to be addressed in these transmissions. We will also go further and say that each and every one of you have the call, the capability to tune into your guides. We can facilitate that for you. You can come toward us. You can ask to connect with your angels directly, or if you feel more comfortable, you can ask to connect with us. It is a pleasure to be here. It is a pleasure to be of service. It is a pleasure to assist you at this time. Connect with us directly. Connect with us and ask us to facilitate the further connection with your guides. That will happen only at the beginning, as you are each of you called to connect with your guides directly. You do not need us. However, at first, we are here if you are willing to come toward us to help you. You can just call upon us. You can just say in quietude, with the voice of your mind, archangels of light from Sirius, angels, archangels, however you like to call us, just call upon us and we are with you. This transmission is especially guided today to offer the insights of who you truly have as your support. We know that each and every one of you are looking around in these times which seem chaotic and are looking for support, emotional, mental, physical, even from other human beings around you. And that is very nice. However, do not forget that all human beings at this time around you perceive the events on your planet through their own perspective. And therefore, we are now inviting you to call upon higher dimensional beings, which are still you. Your angels are your guides. Your angels are connected with you 100%. However, it is your choice to call upon them. Therefore, we are offering to make the connection for you. call upon us and we will connect with your angels. And then in time, we will redraw. So you can have that connection directly. We're not meant to be middlemen, as you call it. However, at these times, we are offering the service. Whatever feels good to you, go and do that. Do what brings you joy at this time. If you live in days of chaos, if nothing makes sense to the human mind anymore, we are calling you to focus your attention inside. We are calling you at this time to take another deep breath and exhale deeply. By doing so, by talking to your higher selves, by acknowledging their existence, by connecting to that which gives life to your physical bodies, you express faith in something that it's intangible. We understand that throughout your global human societies, you have been taught to believe in what's physical, in what's visible with the human eyes, in what's demonstrated by your scientists. However, there has always been on your planet that concept of faith. However, many of you have confused it with faith in something bigger than yourselves, faith in something outside yourselves. And for many, many thousands of years, your faith has been connected to your religions. You have put your faith, which was not the real one, however, it was the thought one, into others, into entities or human beings from outside yourselves. You have been taught to do so. And we understand that it is now difficult to change that train of thought, to change your beliefs, to change your habits. We are very aware of this challenge. How do we know? We have been incarnated on earth as well. We have had this experience in what you would call past. We would say we are having this experience right now and have had it in many, numerous other lives. However, we also know what's happening in the future. It will be no fun to tell you that, as you are there to enjoy these experiences as they come. However, we understand the challenges, and we are here to guide your path to where these challenges are not overwhelming you. As difficult as it may be, they are just small stepping stones on which you have planned to step in order to receive the lessons that you wanted, in order to evolve into the beings that you planned on expressing in these lifetimes here on earth. Faith is the subject that we have offered this vessel in the last days. We have brought to her attention different transmissions, different quotes, different messages offered by others to guide her attention toward the subject. This is how we guide her. This is how we operate. This is how your guides and angels would do with you if you would ask them to, if you would make space, if you would allow it. It will be a sign of faith for you to address your angels, to want to meet them, to ask for their assistance. Asking for their assistance does not come as a sign of weakness, does not come as a sign of incapacity. It comes as a sign of faith in something that your minds may tell you it's unreal. However, it exists and it has existed since the beginning of what you call time. We are here to remind you of this. Very aware being that this message is exactly for you, for those meant to hear it, for those called to find your own path. In the last weeks, these vessels and others like her have been dealt difficult hands in the way that many of the close ones, friends, family, have come together in a way to make interventions, to ask questions, to condemn sometimes, but definitely judge things that they do not understand. And therefore, she was put in a defensive mode. The defensive mode has been activated based on old programs. And we will say this, where there is fear of being judged, where there is fear of being misunderstood, faith does not exist. Faith goes beyond fear. It goes beyond judgments. It goes beyond even caring about other people's opinions. We do know how this is also seen as careless by many of you. You have been taught that if you don't listen to the ones in your families, in your blood families, or to your friends, or to the ones you have known all your lives, to the ones that you have counted on to guide you, to give you advices, if you don't listen to them as you used to, you are careless. You are irresponsible. You are losing your mind. And we will say that's exactly the point. We are calling you now, not necessarily to lose your mind, but to dissolve it. Dissolve the mind. Make space for the real guidance to come in. We do not mean that is us, but we do mean that is your own guides. Humanity has been told to follow traditions, to follow history. You all have been taught in schools your country's history, the world's history, and you've been told to learn from these lessons. Some of them you want it repeated, some of them not. And we are here to say history is happening right now. Right now on Earth, on your beloved planet, energies are changing at a faster pace than ever before in your modern history. Many of you do not understand what's happening and what's at play here. However, those of you who do understand and who are called to remember why you are here now, those of you we address. We address by calling upon faith. Faith as we see it authentically, not depending on history, not depending on habits of thought or behavior, not depending on what it is known. However, faith based on opening your hearts, opening the gateways to that which you are, to that which you have access to, the stream of universal consciousness, of infinite knowledge. That is the faith that we are calling upon. That is the faith that we encourage you to tune into. We will say that you cannot do so without doing it through the heart. Any other way is going to hit a wall. Do not try to understand your way. Do not try to step physically through the gateways. This is a heart matter. This is an internal gateway. You must first have faith in your own selves. We have said before that your experience here on earth, it's formed of physical encounters based on material things. However, there is this non-physical aspect. There is this non-physical self. Some call it the soul self, and we prefer that. Some others mistakenly call it spirit mind, and we think that can be confusing. However, it is still referring to the non-physical. Many of you are still believing you are just your physical lives, your tangible objects. You identify and depend on your houses, your cars, your technology. We're not condemning any of this. We're encouraging you to enjoy them. However, detach yourself from them. We're even asking you at this point, as the transition is happening, to go as far as detaching yourself from identifying with the physical bodies, with your names, with your social status, your family roles. Families are switched now. New families are formed, which have nothing to do with bloodlines and everything to do with vibration. You are now called to transcend the habits, transcend the traditions, and understand that everything is changing with or without you, remembering and being part of it. Of course, each and every one of you awakening on earth at this time has a huge impact, like a ripple effect on the ones around. In the last few years, the consciousness level of your entire human collective has raised higher and faster than ever before. We are encouraging you to observe that and to understand that it is a time of chaos. at the first sight. However, it doesn't have to be chaotic. You could detach yourself from this as well. You could detach yourself from the range of human emotions which you've been told you have access to, and you should feel all of them. Yes, you have access to, just as we have, just as the Pleiadians have, just as the Arcturians have, and others. However, the momentum for us is so strong into joy, into love, that even though we have access to all of it, we as collectives on our planets, incarnated or not, are not giving in to the fact that everything is possible. We know it is, and you know it is, or at least through faith, you do. However, you also have free will to be expressed. Many of you have believed so far that faith and free will are not coming together well. Why? Because you have associated faith with religion. You have associated this belief into something bigger, brighter, more powerful than you. You've seen faith as that. You have called God as this all-powerful being from outside yourselves. It is not outside yourselves, dear ones. Just as your Bible has told you, just as your Jesus and many other prophets have come before and said it. It is you. It is in you. It is the Holy Spirit, indeed. It runs through your veins, in your physical bodies. It is that which powers your physical hearts, making them pump blood. It is that which powers the neuronal connections into your bodies. It is all there is. It is life. We are inviting you now to have faith in this. Not in the words, but in the vibration we are offering. 20 years ago, when this vessel has first heard us talking through the collective which was called Abraham, she recognized the truth. She got goosebumps and she knew that she hears the truth. She had no idea what the truth meant. She had no idea where it came from. She could not fully understand with her human mind what channeling was. She could not grasp her mind around it. However, when she recognized it, her mind, her body were aligned. We are just encouraging you to open up, not to our information offered through words, but to our vibration, to high frequencies, to the vibration of others like us. We are not transmitting only through this vessel. We are transmitting through many. The collective that we are has different representatives on earth. We call them vessels, but they are us. What you would call from the future. However, there is no future. There is now. There is no past. There is now. And there is faith. Remove the control that your minds have. Make space to align with that which you call faith. Faith has nothing to do with your religions, with your organized dogmatic beliefs, with God outside yourselves, no matter how you call it. True faith, authentic faith, has everything to do with opening your hearts, with making space for that which gives power and life to your physical bodies to come true and take its rightful place as the leader of your experience. Once this happens, your entire experience will change. The chaos will be less chaotic. The lack, the scarcity will disappear, as there is no lack and scarcity in the universe, in the multiverse. There is abundance. There is pure joy. We are calling upon you at this time to tune into the frequencies which allow you to clear up the space. We are now guiding you to focus your attention from your brain, what you call mind, which is not the same, into your heart. You can put your right arm, your right hand upon your chest. Become present by feeling the heartbeats. Make the difference between the organ heart that beats into your bodies. And start focusing your attention on seeing the gate, the little spark of light that is now lighting up into your chest. You can see it bigger. See it as it encompasses more and more. It can start with just the size of a little coin. The more attention you give to it, the more it grows. It can grow up to encompass your entire body. Even further, it can take in the entire house, your neighborhood, your country, your entire planet, and go beyond. We are calling upon you to take your time to do this exercise, to realize that there is an access point you have always had, and now you're connected. You want to go through this gateway with your attention. You want to let the energies which are vital to come through this gateway. We understand many of you are afraid. We understand many of you live in this uncertainty, mistrust. We are not saying there is only light. We are saying that the more you raise your levels of faith, the more you raise your vibration, the more you allow your heart portal to open, the more light comes through. And therefore, the more light you emanate all around you. You are the pylons of light. They came here on earth to spread it further. Many of you listening and tuning into this transmission have come here to work on the planetary grid. Many of you are now called to do so. The grid is formed of light lines. In order to be part of it and to fulfill the missions you have come forth to do, you must first allow the light to come through in your physical bodies. In order to do so, you must take what you call a leap of faith. Allow yourself the unknown to be your path. Allow yourself to not know at a physical mind level every step that's coming. Allow yourself to be surprised. Allow yourselves to be guided by your intuition, that voice of your real identity. We have guided this vessel to write about this. In the last 2 years, and she's been listening to us, she put out 3 courses about this information. Each and every one of you has access to this information directly by connecting to your own guides. We are here to guide you through this and to facilitate, as we were saying, the connection with your own guides. You may call them angels. You may call them spiritual guides. You may call them as you wish. You are now invited not only to call upon them when you are at a loss, when you need them, coming from a place of lack of happiness, lack of health, lack of financial abundance. That's how you've been doing things traditionally so far on earth. You have called upon these beings only when needed, coming from a place of not enoughness, a place of need, a place of desperation. We are now inviting you to connect with your guides through us or directly from a place of faith. Give this a chance by opening your hearts. The heart walls around your hearts have been there far too long, long enough to where it is time now to take them down from within. Nobody from outside yourselves will come and save you, dear ones. From within, you open the gateways. From within, you make light. As you are light, and you just allow it to come through. Of course, you make affirmations of all kinds. Many of you have been guided in this direction. And we encourage that. We encourage you to say, I am a light being. I am awakening at this time. I am opening my heart portal. I allow my true self, I allow soul to come true so I can be aligned with my missions. I am a pylon of light. I am in service of light. And while you make these affirmations, we also invite you to use another powerful tool you have in your mind, which is a tool in itself. The mind has access to visualization. As you say the words, visualize yourselves opening the heart. Visualize that light growing, encompassing all of you, enlarge it to where it goes beyond your planet, beyond your solar system, beyond what you know with your physical mind. Allow it to extend, have faith, and then bring it back. Bring it back once it encompasses the information. Bring it back and hold the spark into your chest and know that it is always there. It has always been there. And now you know about it. You know how to access it. Words are not enough. Frequencies and vibrations are necessary. Sound is indeed powerful, but you cannot speak empty words. Your affirmations might come just from the mouth, and that is not enough. They must come from the heart, not from the brain, not from fear, wherever you may feel it in your physical bodies. You have your chakra system. Connect with this. Connect with your energy points. Open up your heart portal first. That's where the energy comes through. We are guiding you to do so. We are encouraging you to do so, as it is time. We are here for you. We are here offering our support. We are not alone. There are so many other beings that are all around you on earth, underneath the ground. Beings that are ready, have been ready to assist you. Call upon your angels. And with that, with opening your hearts, with following their guidance, with faith, by dissolving your minds, you'll make more and more space to hear, to see even with your human eyes, a different world. We thank you for your openness. We thank you for embodying this transmission. We thank you for receiving our message. We thank you for tuning into our frequencies. We love you. We love you. We love you. How are you?
Good. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm I'm a little dizzy. So give me a minute. It felt like such a strong, like a teacher. It felt like the energy was very calm and steady. So I didn't have any of that, but yeah, it was a very strong lesson, a very direct, a very is like I don't know how to say it, but how did you feel? How are you?
Good. I felt the same. I felt it was like a teacher, telling you to do something. And today it was a little bit different. My body was going sideways. It's never been gone sideways like this. It's usually, in circle or if front and back, but today it was going this way. So I don't know what that was. It was different.
Yeah, very interesting. I felt some vibrations coming through at some point, like they come through and like my whole body vibrates, but then it will go away. But it wasn't, I don't know, like everything felt so steady though, even though I had those, I don't even know what they said. I like I have to focus on it to remember. Um, yeah. I don't know what to say. Laurencio, do you want to say something? Is there something
Yeah,
to
one question came to my mind the whole time. How do we connect with infinite faith? So the answer is by loving our life within, loving the life around us, loving all the life in our planet, in our universe, and which is the source of the life, because the divine spark and divine creation create the life through life, through our divine spark. So if we feel the love for life, we feel the love for the love that the divine uh, source have and express itself by life, through life, you know. So infinite faith, if we love the light in us and in others, we have faith because uh, life feels wonderful. So who create life? You know. So the divine source create life, and through life we can love, we can laugh, we can be glad, we can feel peace, we can feel all these feelings because we are alive.
Mm.
So, so the infinite faith is the infinite faith of the divine source, because if we are a creation of the divine source and we are alive and it feels so good, we have to have infinite faith in divine source.
So you're saying that by enjoying our lives here as human beings, by loving this life with everything that is in it, yes? So in other words, loving like conflict and loving this uncertainty on the political arena or economical arena, like loving all aspects of it. And by doing so, we get to be aligned with the infinite faith and love the divine source. Is that, did I understand it correctly?
Yes, and also by loving the life like an ocean, you know, not loving the to be alive, loving to have the opportunity to experience right here and right now. You know, the life make connection through divinity, and we all are alive, and also our big brothers, interstellar brothers, and all our brothers, big brothers, and our brothers here on earth, we are alive, and we are incarnated here in this universe, and we enjoy life. We enjoy the creation of the divine source.
I mean, I totally understand. I personally understand what you're saying. I also know that there is like in the last few days, you know, I was kind of hit with this a little bit here and there, like much less than I used to. But I see people around me that are very like, how can they enjoy? They're asking themselves and others like, how can I fully enjoy life? How can I fully love this experience? Because look, things don't go my way. They don't go the way I would like them to be. Or sometimes, you know, we see ourselves as victims of life, because I think, and I'm trying to answer my own observation, it may be because we've been so many times thought and told that we are powerless and somebody else put us here. So then, you know, it's kind of like a marionette, like a muppet, you know, like a puppet. Like I've been put here by somebody else, so I have no control. I'm just a little ant doing the bidding of a bigger power. So then how can I truly enjoy this? You know, I feel in a way, I feel like trapped here. That's why I hear many people saying that.
Yes, but this is how the brain works, because you have to feel the life inside you, to be grateful that you are alive, that you are breathing. Not all life is that, life is that is very hard. No, be grateful because you are alive, because you can think, you can express yourself, you can feel. That kind of to be grateful that you have the opportunity to experience life and to be alive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a great advice.
Let's start with yes, because the other ones are just mind details, you know.
Mm-hmm. And so being grateful, I think that's a big challenge for many of us, because of course it's just a matter of choice, and I totally agree. But many times, you know, like we have this tendency, even when the most beautiful gift is offered to us, we have the tendency to just overanalyze, like maybe it's wrapping, or maybe, you know, start asking details like, oh, yeah, this is a great laptop, and how many years do I have warranty for it? And like we're trying to negotiate, and we're trying to find things that are wrong with it, or, you know, we're kind of like ourselves, we're throwing dirt on something that's so beautiful. We're creating that. And it's also, I believe, based on our the way we were taught, the way we've seen our parents do it, and the way we've, you know, like this is it. Like, are we, especially in certain cultures, aren't we always kind of like watching our back, prepared for something bad? Like even the financial systems, right? Look at banks, they're always telling people like, just create a savings account, you know, where you can have some economies for rainy days. So the whole mentality is to be prepared for something bad to happen. So where is faith playing a role in that?
Let's return to innocence. Let's take an example from our children, because a child is just glad, he is happy, he enjoyed the rain and he play in the mud. You know, he doesn't. It's not his concerning. Oh, my the clothes are getting wet. I am getting sick. No, he's just glad that it's raining, that he have the opportunity to have this feeling. You know, and he's expressing himself with joy and gladness and with faith, you know.
So you're saying we should go back to that innocence of a child and just enjoy everything as it comes without worrying about the repercussions or without. So isn't that sounding like irresponsible to an adult?
Irresponsible from what point of view? You know, you have to be responsible. You have to work all your life. And when you go retired, maybe die after 2 months, not get too many money from the state. From what point of view, irresponsible?
Yeah. Good.
With
good.
faith, yeah, with faith, you can throw yourself to the highest cliff and you can fly, you know. Not physically, of course.
Yes.
Not physically, but this is the open mind to leave the comfort behind, because comfort is the attribute of mediocrity, you know.
Mediocrity.
It doesn't propel you much. Yeah, doesn't propel you much high. The comfort keeps you in the just to be a regular guy, you know, not extraordinary, just a regular guy, one of many.
So many people around that I've talked to, they are actually perceiving themselves as beyond ordinary, right? And they want to just get there to just being a regular guy because they perceive their lives as being so unhappy, so lacking resources of some sort, time, money, partners in life, and so forth. They would like to be a regular guy. They would like to have a normal life. I have people very close to me who that's all they want. They want a normal life. But then if we look around us, what is a normal life anymore? Because normality has been literally in the last 50 years, but even more in the last 10 years, has been turned upside down versus what it used to be, right? So then I hear these people and I'm not judging them because I was one of them. So I totally understand. I just want the normal life. But again, we don't live in normal times. That was my first lesson. Obviously, I'm looking around and I'm seeing that nothing is quite normal. But then I look inside me and I'm like, well, I'm not normal. And then the question comes, why am I here? And then the answer comes, to evolve. So therefore, I cannot stay in comfort because evolution and comfort don't go together. And so every time I'm aligned with the fact that I'm here to evolve, I have to put a foot out of my comfort zone. And that feels bad, that doesn't feel comfortable. And then I put the other one, and then I'm realizing that my comfort zone, it's enlarging. And then whatever was uncomfortable back then, now it's just part of my comfort zone. So that's when I need to extend the comfort zone again and again. And it's always a little bit of discomfort. How do we make peace with that? How can we tell people? Because I know I've done it, but I don't have a formula other than allow yourself to go through it. And that's it. I don't know what else to say.
Take a leap of faith. Mm-hmm. Take a leap of faith. Each step you make is a evidence that you have faith, but without a strong will and without discipline, you cannot reach the true faith, because you have to do something. You have to feel the discomfort, because if you assimilate this discomfort and you think, oh, I have a bad opinion about if I'm going there, what is gonna happen, but now I'm here and everything is okay. It was just an illusion of mine, because 98% of our life we think about scenario that never happened. So 98% of our energy we invest in the chimera, in Fata Morgana, in, I don't know, illusion.
Yeah.
So be more be more careful how much you invest your energy in negative, how much you invest your energy in fear, in disillusion, in depression, because that's where you're gonna be. Because there is all your energy if you choose.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Thank you so much for this discussion. It's been enlightening. There are so many things happening at the collective level now. I feel it. I see it. With the elections in Romania and like the elections here, and like at the world level, so many things are changing, and I see so many people being lost, and being taken by storm. Yes.
Just one thing I wanna here in Romania, one man make a call, a call for unity, a call for the whole nation, and 2.4 million people believe him. This is when there is truth, where there is light, where there is love, we resonate.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
So in Romania, 2.4 million believe in one man dream. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't go to vote, but it's very, very interesting. One man make a statement. I want to become president, independent, and I want to make with all of you together this and this and this. And 2.4 million Romanian people believe him and vote.
And supported him on TikTok and stuff. Like, I've seen so many influencers working on his behalf, and it was like, it is mind-blowing the power that social media and other platforms have. But yeah, very interesting. It's very interesting to watch how just, yeah, like you said, they resonated with his message, and that's that. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Heather, do you want to add something else?
Well, since I realized that we're here, before we even come here, we choose all of our experiences. So now I see everything as an experience. I picked those experiences to have, the cancer, the depression, the anxiety. I chose all of those. So once I realized that, then I try to learn from it. What have I learned from that? And then it doesn't make me feel stuck. It doesn't make me feel like a victim, because I chose all of it. I've chosen everything that's in my life. So when I live from that space, it's freeing. It's an experience. Everything, you picked it. So when I work with people and they feel like the victim, it's really difficult to heal when you feel like you're the victim. But you created everything. You created these diseases or whatever that you're having in your life. If you can create it, you can uncreate it. So that's my message. And I've worked with so many people, and I do know that the vibrations of everybody's vibration has risen by a lot.
Yes, I feel that too. Thank you so much for that input. That reminds me of one of my best friends for many years, 30 years now. And he thinks I'm absolutely nuts, and he thinks I'm absolutely like a narcissist, because I've told him very similar things to what you just said. I've created these experiences, and I think that I chose them as a soul, and I think we all did. And of course, it's very hard. I totally understand where it's very hard for others to get like, you mean that people who are in the middle of the war, or the children who are kidnapped, or, you know, the rape victims, or all the worst things that can happen at the human society level, has like those people have chosen that. And like most of the time, yes. And it's just, how do you explain that? There's nothing, I cannot say anything. I'm like, okay, well, I respect how you see me, how you perceive me. It's okay. I still love you, but I've been having a lot of that coming toward me lately, and I still don't know what to say other than I still love you and it's all good and I understand where you're coming from. So if you have any parting words for me, I'm really, like, literally, it may be nothing to say, you know, but I'm literally asking for advice.
Acceptance. So you just accept and love them where they are. And I now realize I cannot help every single person, but if they're ready for me to help, and I can help them. But you know, sometimes the closest people to us are the people that you really want to help, but if they're not ready, then you can't really help them. So now I have lived in acceptance. You know, wherever they are, I accept them, and that helps me uh, with with not expecting, you know, a specific outcome.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, I wanna. It's all about making peace with ourselves. And how can you make peace with yourself? Through believing in your soul plan for this incarnation. You know, okay, if I have to experience this and that and that, and for what purpose? To accept it, and have and to learn from this experience, maybe forgiveness, maybe to be more careful, to be more loving, to be more polite, maybe, you know. And when you make that, you make peace to yourself. So
Yeah.
now I realize that the notion of peace itself, it's all about peace in each of one of us, you know. Because if you don't live in peace with yourself, you'll go to war. You will find a war to fight, because you don't have the peace in yourself. You have war, and where war it will, you know, in your life.
Yeah. And I just want to add, and we will stop with this, unless you want to add something else after. But when you said peace within yourself, and you said, you know, acceptance, Heather, those are very powerful concepts, because we are very aware that the mind can come in and, you know, create all kinds of conflicts where, you know, at first you want to kind of make, like, you will love for the others, you would expect the others to understand you because they've understood you all throughout your life. Like, why can't you accept me and understand me for who I am now? So the judgment comes, and then the questioning comes upon myself, because Laurent, you said, you know, to get to know and make peace with your soul's mission in this lifetime. And well, the mind comes and says, well, you don't know much about your mission, you know, you just know pieces and bits of it. So in order for the mind to allow you to make full peace, you need to, it requires more information. So then you start analyzing, you start asking questions, and you start doing all this. But I also had to understand that most of this information, it's not revealed like the whole story in front of me. It's just revealed step by step by step, because that's what the intuition, that's how the intuition works. And so it is not me as in soul, but it is my mind that's requiring all that knowledge and puts all those questions, because it wants to know. While truly me as in soul doesn't need to know. Like every step is just like the child, you know, like our Laurenti was saying earlier. The child doesn't care about the plan that the parent has or for the all day in the park. The child is just present step by step. Oh, I'm going to go to this little swing now, and I'm just going to enjoy every minute of that, and then I'm going to go into the bouncing thing, and I'm going to enjoy every second of that. Like the child doesn't need to know the whole plan. Like I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to do. No. And so I had to make peace within myself by allowing the mind to ask her questions at times, but by also working with discipline to dissolve more and more of that mind, because the more I dissolve it, the less questions I get, you know, and it's like I'm just going along and having fun. So
Yeah,
that was a big thing for me.
but it's not about just the mind, because we have the mind, the heart, and the gut. So the mind have to elaborate a plan, have to elaborate a schedule, have to know what's coming, you know. But the heart feels what's right. Is the intuition, you know, feels what's right, and feel the truth, not the mind truth, the energetic truth. You know that you feel. You don't argue or you concern about. And the gut, after the heart and the mind express their opinion, the gut um, give you the I don't know, tells you if you have been right or not, because in organic, how the gut feels is give you the whole state of the organism. You know that immunity stays in the gut. If you don't have a healthy gut, you don't have immunity. So the gut is very sensitive, which thing it will affect it, or which it will bring him health. So this is the you know, like check engine on a vehicle, on a car. You know, if the gut is yellow and is check engine is not okay. The decision made from your mind or from your heart, you know, is not okay. The gut is the repair of your action.
Point of reference, yes, it's going to show us if we took the right decision, if we took in the right path. And that's true, because how many times did it not happen to all of us watching, even the recording, like to take a decision and then to feel like a weight is lifted off your shoulders, and to feel that easiness, and to feel light, and to feel like you have more energy in your body and you want to do more things. So I guess that's what you're talking about in the gut. The gut kind of generates that feeling in the physical body, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
And so would you say that the gut, it's like the gateway through which we can perceive the information in physicality, and then the heart, I always perceived it as the gateway, the portal, the door to the soul. Like I hear intuition, but I don't hear it here, even though when I perceive them, when they come, it's intuition. Like sometimes I perceive them around here in the left or in the right, but I know that the information comes through the heart most of the time. Like it doesn't come through my brain. And then so the heart, I perceive it as the connection with the soul. And then what is the brain?
The brain is the connection with your spirit, but not your mind, you know. So in the heart stay the soul, in the brain stay the spirit, not the whole soul, the whole spirit, like a beam. Okay, the spark. Also, our brain, brain can elaborate all kinds of strategies to make that happen in this physical life. So that's why we have to be coherent, brain, heart, and gut, because the coherence in those three brings coherence in our life.
That's very nice. I think we're gonna end with that unless Heather wants to add anything. I love that. So the coherence between, I'm going to repeat just because it's interrupting a little bit your transmission. So what Laurentius said is that the coherence between brain, heart, and gut in the physical bodies, it's actually bringing coherence in our lives. And I think that's beautiful. So we're going to stop with that. I am very, very grateful for you being here. I'm very, very grateful for the guides. I always look up, but I know it's just stereotype. Like they're not up, they are here. Like I was saying, they're actually coming through here, and then they speak. But I'm excited about what's coming. Maybe a year ago, I would have said I'm also scared. But I'm not saying that anymore because I don't feel that anymore. So I'm excited about what's coming. I'm curious about what's coming. And I know that, you know, it's all in divine will. So thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. And for those who are watching us, we will be back next Wednesday at the same hour in the same formation, hopefully. Thank you so much for watching us on YouTube Live, on Facebook Live, and I look forward to seeing you again.
Thank you. Bye-bye.